Aloha and welcome to Enlightenpreneurs TV. This is Michael McIntosh with the Academy of Higher Consciousness and Heart-Centered Business, and this is my first ever video for Enlightenpreneurs, so I'm very excited. And I got a wonderful question here from Teresa, and she's wondering how she can stay with the things that she loves in her life. How can I stay happy? How can I stay in a relationship? How can I stay in love? How can I stay abundant? How can my business stay successful? And she's basically saying that she's had many amazing experiences and opportunities and relationships and success in her business. However, she doesn't know how to stay, and they seem to just disappear.
Darling, you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go?
So she goes up and then it comes down again. And this is a huge situation that I think everyone can relate to, that we really want things to happen in our lives and we do all this stuff and then we achieve something and it's like, woo, flying.
Arriba!
And then before you know it, you come crashing down again. And end up back where you were. And this happens in our business, it happens with money. People make a bunch of money and then all of a sudden all these bills come and it all disappears, or you get some random thing that takes it back to wherever it was before. You have a good relationship and then you sabotage it. So this is very, very common, and it applies literally to all areas of our life as entrepreneurs. And we really need to look at this, because if we want to keep going up and breaking the glass ceiling, then we're going to have to deal with this situation. So what is going on here? What do you think is going on? Why is this happening? And one of the best examples I've heard about this situation is from a guy called Gay Hendricks, who's written endless books in personal development, and he calls this the upper limits problem. The upper limits problem. And how he describes it is that we have a limit of how much abundance, how much love, how much success we are allowing ourselves to have. And that's normally based on our conditioning, based on what we thought was possible from other people in our life. And as soon as we exceed what we think is possible for ourselves, something kicks in unconsciously and we create arguments, or we make mistakes in our business, or we do something, eat some funny food, or think thoughts that bring the energy down, bring the abundance down, bring the success back down again. So we can't stay with that new reality. And this is extremely frustrating for people, because we want to have more, but then we have it and then we sabotage it, and then we go and we come out of it and we have more and then we sabotage it again. So what are you going to do about this situation? How can you solve this so that you can stay in abundance, stay in a higher consciousness, stay with a level of success, stay doing more service, rather than it just disappearing all the time? Well, I've got a couple of very practical tips for you. Tip number one is become aware of the upper limits problem in your life. Just bring consciousness to this situation. So anytime that you're feeling good, just be aware that you potentially are going to do something that brings it down. Okay, just knowing that can prevent it, because you can start to experience being okay with those good feelings. Okay, that's just an overall thing to be aware of. But the thing you want to pay attention to is that when you find yourself going down, when you find yourself crashing back onto the ground after you've been high, ask yourself this question. This is something that I do all the time. I recommend to my clients, and this is one of the things that I learned from Gay Hendricks, actually. And he says, ask this question: am I willing to feel good and have my life go well all the time? So as soon as I'm feeling bad, as soon as I lose any money, as soon as anything weird happens in my life, I ask this question to myself: am I willing to feel good and have my life go well all the time? And it just snaps me out of this and makes me aware that there's something else that I could be experiencing, which is extremely useful to just have that reframe. And to be aware that there is an upper limits problem going on here. So as soon as you come down, just be aware, okay, there's this limit, it's come in, it's smashed me down, what am I going to do about it? You know, bring that awareness to that question. And then, next thing to do, which I recommend you do a lot, especially every morning and every evening before you go to sleep, is to imagine and feel, how does it feel to be having a higher level of success? How does it feel? What does it look like? What does it sound like? How does it feel physically to touch that experience of having more money? Having more money, what's that going to be like for you? What's going to be new and different? If you have a beautiful relationship full of love and connection, how does that feel? What is that experience? You know, if you have success in your business and are connecting with lots of people and making a big impact, what does that feel like? So you become comfortable with this new reality. We have to become comfortable with it internally, and what that does is it smashes the glass ceiling and it allows us to go up, because the reason it keeps coming down is because we're uncomfortable with it. We don't know what it is. It's new territory, so we bring it back down to a familiar zone. So step 2 is keep practicing going higher and higher and higher and experiencing what it's like to feel those things. And I've got a great meditation on this that you could check out if you're interested, which is called the Master Seat of Conscious Creation, where you turn up the dial on your success, on your happiness, on your love, on your abundance, and experience what that's like. So you actually shift the number. It's almost like there's a dial and you're turning it up and experiencing how it feels on that higher level. So this is a practice you can start doing right now. Just turn that up, imagine it going up, imagine having those things, imagine the abundance increasing. Just experiencing it allows you to find yourself in that situation without sabotaging it. So if you do these 2 things, you're going to start overcoming this immediately. So whenever you sabotage things, just recognize it's the upper limits problem and ask yourself, am I willing to feel good and have my life go well all the time? And then the other thing is, in general in your life, to keep turning that dial up, feeling how it feels to have that higher level of success. Be comfortable with it inside of yourself, so you feel comfortable genuinely and you like it. And if you do this, then you're going to have way less crashes, and you're going to be able to move forward towards greater abundance, greater love, greater joy, with ease and grace, and it's going to come naturally, and you're going to keep moving that up, 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 up and away. And so go ahead and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear your experience of this type of situation and how this has been relevant. And if you want to do the Enlightenpreneurs Academy, we go into much more detail about this. So go over to the website michaelmcintosh.com, and I look forward to talking to you and connecting with you. And if you have any questions about videos, let me know. I'd love to get your feedback and questions, and I will be talking to you very soon. So aloha for now. Up, up and away. Keep turning up that dial. Have fun, and lots of love and aloha from Hawaii.